First to golf is hard, especially when you're just starting out, but what's even harder is that the game doesn't really explain to you much about how each ace card works. And some ace cards, like the Rocketball in this example, can be quite difficult to get the hang of and take a few tries. Which is why I've put this guide together explaining what each ace card does, when you should use it, when you shouldn't, and which ones combine really well together. If you're looking for information on a specific ace card, check out the timestamps below and you can jump straight to it. I'm hoping with the knowledge that you'll gain from this video, that you'll be on your way to getting a hole-in-one. If you do manage that, then I've set up something called the Ace Hole Club, where each of us can submit our ace hole videos, and we can all watch each other's ace holes in action. I think that sounds pretty good if you ask me. Number one on our list are the extra par count cards. As you know by now, the par is effectively your life. Drop to 0 par and you have to start the round all over again. The extra par count cards enable you to increase your life on the fly. Activate your par count cards whenever you have 2 or less life left. This means that if you do accidentally hit into a hazard like a spike, the extra penalty that it will cost you won't lose you the round. If you've got one shot left to make it to the hole, don't be a fool, drop one of these cards. And if you are in a boss battle, you can consume these cards instead of having to go out your way to get the silver and gold statues. Now onto the practice shot cards. These allow you to take a practice shot. You can hit the ball wherever you like and it doesn't matter. You can use this to knock statues, you could use this to knock TNT, but the real benefit of it is during boss battles because, like I mentioned in the extra par cards, ace card section, instead of taking a turn to go out your way and get the stun statues, you can actually use a practice shot, hit the stun, and you're good. The plus version of this card, you can also accept where you took your practice shot, accept to play the ball from there, and it doesn't actually count as you taking a turn as well, so you effectively get an extra shot against the boss. Kaboom! The Explode card destroys TNT, which is near your player. The Explode Plus card destroys TNT all over the course that you're on. TNT often hides shortcuts, so it's useful to have. This is their only use, so be sure to use these cards before any other race cards if it's TNT that needs shifting. Boy does it feel good to have a U-turn card in your deck. You can use these during mid-flight, click a button and you'll be able to change the direction of your ball, and it gives it an extra bit of pace as well. You can use this to reach some of those difficult to reach areas, such as portals that might be tucked away a little bit high up in the air, and you can use the U-turn Plus card twice instead of once, so you can really get long distance as well. These are one of the best cards for combining with other cards, so take your time when you activate these mid-air and enjoy. Mulligans, more like, mummy I need another shot again. If you mess up your shot, you can just press the mulligan card and pretend like it never happened. You'll also get any penalties that you may have incurred, so if you do land into a tombstone or a spike or similar, you can just hit mulligan and you'll get both your par and your penalty point back. Be warned though, when you are in boss battles, using a mulligan card counts as a turn. So once you hit mulligan, the boss will then get to take the turn, so that can be a real disadvantage for you. The mulligan plus cards simply takes you back 2 turns, so be careful not to go back too far. Next up, lead weight. This stops your ball from bouncing, so you can land on some precarious platforms, and also it's very helpful when it's getting a bit windy out there. The wind tends to want to blow your ball into spikes and water and other hazards, so activate your lead weight and you'll be all fine. Use the lead weight to stop the ball from rolling too far as well if you need to shoot low and fast, particularly if there's a hazard. A close cousin of the lead weight is the time stop card. Activate this mid-air and your ball will stop dead and it will drop vertically downwards. Activate this card to drop down into shortcuts. You can also activate it during mid-flight to make sure you don't end up going too far hitting obstacles. Just be aware that there is a very slight lag when you activate time stop during the mid-flight and when your ball actually stops. This is timing that you'll get used to over time. Time. Okay, it's time for me to stop. Next. The Scattershot Ace Card can be activated mid-flight to split your ball into 3 balls. Each ball has a slightly different trajectory and they are also given a small boost in power. So it does give you a little bit more range, a little bit more reach. It's a bit situational when to use the Scattershot Ace card. If you're looking to shoot something that's a little bit higher, perhaps there's a statue on a ledge, but you don't actually want your ball to end up there, you can activate Scattershot to hopefully hit that at the same time as continuing on where you are. It is a little bit of a chaotic card, as I said, very situational, but it's a fun one. So give it a go when you need to. Multiball. Fire 3 shots on your turn. You can then select which ball to continue with. This can be useful if there's a particularly tricky shot coming up, or if you want to hit a statue, maybe grab a stun during a boss battle and continue on with your turn. It doesn't combine well with other ace cards, which does lower its usefulness, but it does have its place. Spicy! The Fireball Ace Card deals 8d6 fire damage to all vines on the course. Considering vines cost you a penalty shot if you land on them, and they also cover up some of the best shortcuts, especially in the mid-game, this is a useful ace card to have, bearing in mind it is quite specific. The second elemental ace card we have is the Iceball. The Iceball is fantastic. It freezes any water that it touches, meaning that it becomes a playable surface. This can really open up some amazing and inventive shortcuts, which can really change the course for you. Once frozen, any ice water remains so for the rest of the hole. Next up is one of my personal favourites, the Thunderball. The Thunderball has a circumference area which destroys everything. It destroys TNTs, icons, stun statues, vines, all without even touching those things. The circumference catchment area is also larger than you realise, and it makes the Thunderball one of the best cards to be combined with other ace cards such as the U-turn. This is particularly helpful in boss battles when you want to catch those statues without having to go out of your way. The Drillball. This is one of the best cards in the game. You can drill through the ceiling, you can drill through the floor. You take your shot as normal, and as soon as the ball hits any part of the ground, you're away. You can control the drill while it's in the ground. Just be warned that it doesn't have a very long range, so you need to use it tactfully. But when you do find the right point for it, you can really save yourself a lot of time on the hole. This is particularly effective during boss battles, the World 2 boss in particular. Just go down, just drill down, baby. Next up is Rocketballs. There are 3 ace cards in the Rocketball family, each with different speeds and control. The mini Rocketball makes it easy to turn corners, but it doesn't go very far. The Rocketball is the mid-range, you have quite good control over it. But then the Super Rocketball, which is the plus card in the ace card Rocketball family, goes very far. But at the same time, it is hard to maneuver around corners. There is a learning curve to getting these right, but when you do pull off a really good Rocketball shot, it's satisfying. Remember though, these Rocketballs cannot be combined with any other ace cards. The Portal's ace card is up next. Just like the game of the same name, one portal appears in front of your golfer. You then decide, within a small circumference of your golfer, exactly where you want to put the other portal. This allows you to skip large sections of the map, where you can shoot your ball into one portal and it comes out the other. You can combine the Portal's ace card with other cards to even greater effect. Stick around for the bonus ace hole video to see how the portal can be used to get a cheeky hole-in-one. The final and probably the best ace card in the game is the Phaseball. Activate this card and your ball will fly through any surface. This can open up some serious shortcuts and yep, you guessed it, create some incredible ace hole experiences. It's bonus clip time where we see the Phaseball in action. Do you want to see an ace hole? Of course you do. Here we go. You're about to see a clip of Xvaris' ace hole, and my goodness, what a beautiful ace hole. This shot combines not 1, not 2, but 3 ace cards in one shot. The portal is activated first to skip the first section of the hole. This is followed immediately by the U-turn card, which allows extra control and momentum. Using this momentum, the Phaseball is instantly activated to phase through the entirety of the course and head straight for the hole. Nicely done. Akatoyobi is up next with his ace hole. This is one of the earliest ace holes anyone can get, and don't we love an easily accessible ace hole. Blow the TNT on the left of the hole, and use a U-turn card to navigate the rest. If you'd like to submit your ace hole video for review, just head over to our Discord. We'd love to take a look. Ace cards are there to be used. It's not cheating, and actually, you can create some really impressive shots out of them. But they don't have to be fully combined all the time to get through this course. Sometimes a simple time stop might do what you need it to do, and a practice shot can make all the difference on those boss holes. With over 70 pre-made courses that might pop up in your journey through Curse to Golf, there are going to be lots of different ways that lots of different people have managed to get ace holes and just complete the course. If you need more help on how to beat Curse to Golf, check out my video on how to win. Please do hit a like, and if you have any other questions about the ace cards, drop them below. For those people who have subscribed to me from these videos, I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you soon.